What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So for those of you that saw my online shopping video, perfumeonline.ca, I ended up getting 3 of the 4. I did not get Mercedes-Benz Le Parfum. I'll put that one off for a bit, but I got the 2 Gucci fragrances as well as the Mercedes fragrance that I was looking for. So they came in. Figured we'd do an unboxing first impressions together. Gucci Guilty Cologne I have smelled before, but it's been a while. But Gucci Guilty O and Mercedes-Benz VIP Club Spicy, never smelled those before. So we'll bust them open and check them out. Stay tuned. So before we jump into this unboxing, these fragrances were purchased at perfumeonline.ca, which is also today's sponsor. You can find these fragrances in the links down below. Those of you not familiar with perfumeonline.ca, they are Canada's #1 online discount site. They do have cheap Middle Eastern. They have designers such as what we're looking at today. They have niche. They have hard to find vintage and discontinued fragrances, all at competitive prices. Definitely check them out if you're interested in anything you see here or just want to go taking a look and shopping and seeing what's out there for yourself. Down in the links below. Let's unbox these fragrances. Always very well packaged. Bubble wrap. Bubble wrap. More bubble wrap underneath. We'll just put that to the side for now. But first and foremost, we have a 90 ml of Gucci Guilty Cologne. Very polarizing. Not everybody's a fan of this one. I actually quite like it for this time of year. Then we have Gucci Guilty O pour Homme. You can see that right there on the bottom. I have never smelled this one. Fresher take with some iris. I don't know. I think I'm going to end up liking it. And then one I have had my eye on for years now. Perfumed by Olivia Cresp. This is Mercedes-Benz VIP Club Infinite Spicy. So we're going to bust these open and then we'll dive into them, sniff them, and see if they're good or bad. So we'll save the one I've smelled before for last. We're going to start with the Mercedes fragrance. So I know it's a spicy fragrance, hence the name. For God's sakes, it's called Infinite Spicy. I want to say Sichuan pepper and stuff like that. I've looked at the note breakdown multiple times over the years. I just don't remember specifically. For those of you familiar with my first impressions format, we'll sniff it, see what I think, and then cross-reference the actual notes on Parfumo after the fact. And here we go. Look at this deep burgundy color. So Mercedes-Benz Club Blue has this same style as far as the bottle, where it's the Club bottle, but it's a separate cap. I like that. So those of you that haven't tried Mercedes-Benz Blue, Mercedes-Benz Club Blue, it's a like frosted orange and lavender combo. So let's give this one a spray. Big wide atomizer. I just soaked it. Ooh, yeah, that's inherently spicy. Look at all that perfume oil on there. Ooh, yeah, very warm and spicy and distinctive Sichuan pepper. It's almost, now this is going to sound strange. Picture if there's such a thing as like a spicy raisin in some ways. Like there's a little bit of sweetness to it. That dryness of a raisin. Like a dried fruit, but spicy almost. I know that's kind of weird the way I'm putting it, but I'm trying to walk you down the thought process here. Even a little smoky and earthy. This is fantastic. I must try the others. I know black leather is the hardest one to find. That's the one Jeremy hyped years ago. It's super hard to find from what I've seen. I've been keeping an eye out for it for literal years now. This kind of reminds me a little bit of Amouage Journeyman. Obviously not on the same level of quality and complexity, but kind of like a more affordable version of it in many ways. Like it almost had, the earthiness can come across a little bit like the tobacco note that's in Journeyman. Similar aromatics and spices. It's definitely a little smoky. I don't know if there's a smoky note or wood of some sort in here, but this very much reminds me of like a designer take on Amouage Journeyman. Wonder if people are comparing it to that. Let's take a look, shall we? Let me grab my phone. I'll put the notes on screen for you guys once I get to the point of pulling it up on my phone.
A few minutes later.
So here we go. Came out in 2014. Infinite Spicy. Spicy, synthetic, woody, sweet, and fresh. Top notes, Sichuan pepper, star anise, and coriander seed. So there's a whole lot of spice here. Heart notes, cardamom, ginger, and juniper. Base notes, cashmere wood, ambroxan, and teak wood. So there's nothing smoky here. But it has this earthy and smoky tone. It very much reminds me of Journeyman. Now, I hate using Troll Grantica and supporting them in any way, shape, or form unless I have to. So I'm just curious on what some people are saying on there as far as what it smells like. So here we go, Troll Grantica. Some of you will call it Fragrantica. I call it what it really is, a glorified hateful subreddit. So let's see. No, Homme Absolute, Ombre Leather, not so much. Mercedes-Benz Man Private. Let's see where they're coming from that a little bit. I wore that like literally yesterday, so somewhat. No, nobody. Zadig and Voltaire, this is him. Encre Noir a l'Extreme, but this is all over the place. It's all over the place. So just out of curiosity, I'm going to check out the notes on Journeyman to see if there is some relation, because I know there's juniper berry and Sichuan pepper and stuff like that. So yeah, Sichuan pepper, cardamom, juniper berries, all tie in, but I mean there's also its fair share of differences on notes, but just on skin it immediately reminded me of Journeyman. This is really nice. It's smooth too. It's very smooth. I'm digging this. Look, I've had it in my cart on Amazon, on FragranceNet, Perfume Online multiple times at this point. I'm glad to finally pull the trigger. This is actually really good. If you like spicy fragrances, this is really good. This is not one-to-one, but similar to Amouage Journeyman on a budget, and it doesn't sacrifice quality too greatly because it doesn't smell like a cheap designer. It smells kind of mid-level, slightly upper echelon, because the quality here is actually pretty decent for the like 40 some odd dollars I paid for this. I know it was sub $50 USD. I'm wearing this week. I got some stuff I'm testing for some reviews right now, but I'm going to slide this in somewhere in this week's rotation. So yeah, this is damn good. Bravo, Olivier Cresp, and Mercedes-Benz Parfums. This is Mercedes-Benz Club Infinite VIP Club Infinite Spicy. Next, we're going with Gucci Guilty Eau pour Homme. So I remember there being Iris or Oris or something like that, and it's supposed to be fresher. Usually the Eau flanker is fresher. So I don't remember the notes specifically, but I do remember a few. Let's check it out. I have Gucci Guilty Pour Homme. I have Gucci Guilty Intense. Wow, I like that kind of that matte finish. Gucci Guilty Eau Pour Homme. Like the color of the juice. I wonder if this is going to remind me of anything specifically. Got the 90 ml. We are going to spray it on the other hand. One good spray should be plenty. We'll give that a second before we breathe through my nose. I can taste it a little bit. It's got a clean lavender type of smell to it. A little soapy. Let's see what we're working with. This does have the Gucci Guilty DNA. Like, it smells similar, like a little bit of neroli and vetiver of what I get from Gucci Guilty Intense, which I haven't worn in a long time. It's definitely powdery and a little bit of iris here. It's got that soapy iris smell with that Gucci Guilty twist. It's almost like if Gucci Guilty and Prada L'Homme were blended. This is a similar iris note to Prada L'Homme, where it's a soapy neroli iris combo. I bet you neroli's in here. It smells like it to me. I could be wrong here. There's a soft, spicy tone in the backdrop. It's not real warm. It's not real fresh. It's just a nice, light, little soft spiciness. Doesn't smell herbaceous. It's probably some form of pepper or something like that, but it's very soft. This is actually quite the laid-back scent. This is underrated stuff right here. This doesn't get any love whatsoever. Like, this is probably the first video to talk about it on YouTube in a very long time. I mean, it's been around for years. It's not super unique. I don't find it challenging, but it also doesn't smell like all of my iris fragrances. Like I said, I get a little bit of Prada L'Homme here, mixed with my Gucci Guilty Intense that I've had for years now. I haven't been reaching for it. I just have too many fragrances. Here I am buying more, right? Crazy, I know. This is lovely. This is 2 for 2. 2 really good pickups so far. Oh, because Infinite Spicy is great. Polar opposites here, because this is fresh, soft, and relaxing. Let's pull it up on Parfumo.
A few minutes later.
It came out in 2015. Gucci Guilty Eau pour Homme. There we go. Decent rating. Synthetic, fruity, fresh, sweet citrus. Top notes of lemon and bergamot. Heart notes of iris and orange blossom. That's what it is. Okay, that's that white floral. Base notes of musk and patchouli. I do get a little spice here. A little soft, spicy tone in the backdrop. And the citrus isn't too distinctive, but there is a clear freshness to the top of this. A lot of iris here. Iris orange blossom combo really shines. The heart of this fragrance is a lot of what I get at the top because it's got a white floral smell. It's a little soapy. That's why I was thinking maybe iris and neroli, but it's apparently iris and orange blossom, which explains a little bit of that earthy tone because orange blossom can have a bit of an earthiness to it. So, and plus patchouli. So I guess that makes quite a bit of sense now that I'm thinking about it out loud, you know, kind of verbalizing my thoughts. This is smooth. This is super smooth. For saying synthetic is the top main accord here, I don't find it's that synthetic. Niche? No, definitely not on that caliber of a luxury fragrance, but I've got much more synthetic fragrances than this. I mean, this is smooth. This is nice. This is on a chill day. A chill, laid-back day. Nice spring day where it's mild outside. 50 to 70 degrees Fahrenheit, where it could be a little chilly, but never anywheres where it falls into what you would consider really warm. Just a nice mild spring day. Let's call it 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's split the difference here. Casual day on up to an Oxford. I can see this being business casual as well. Casual Friday kind of thing at work, if you work in an office setting that does things like that. It's pretty laid back. It's pretty laid back, but it also doesn't smell super playful. This is quite nice. I've been missing out. This is quite nice. I like this. Gucci Guilty Eau pour Homme. Man, we are 2 for 2 so far. Infinite Spicy. Just keeps getting better and better as it settles, and then Gucci Guilty pour Homme is fantastic. It's even better than I hoped it would be. Here's the polarizing scent of the video, Gucci Guilty Cologne. What I remember of this off the top of my head, I don't know why it's not focusing. There we go. I was determined to get this to focus. So what I remember about this fragrance, I've smelled it at Sephora 2 or 3 times over the years. It's a strange herbal green, fresh smell. A little powdery, soapy, and just kind of almost like a mothball smell in many ways also. Like, very strange is what I remember about it. Very, very strange. But I've always liked the color scheme here. That light green juice with the clear bottle. That's just a great aesthetic. Very spring-esque. But this is one of those out-the-box thinking type of scents from Gucci, which I've always appreciated the way Gucci operates when it comes to just kind of off-the-wall scent profiles in some ways. Reinventing their flankers, because they have their versatile, easygoing flankers in this line. Give it 2 sprays. Why the hell not? Yeah, there it is. Very strange, powdery, aromatic. Fresh, super fresh. Mentholated in some ways. Like a different type of mint. That's why I kind of give that mothball eucalyptus feel. Like, I'm not sure if eucalyptus is in here, but it kind of reminds me of that. Strange ass fragrance. There's nothing I've ever smelled that smells like Gucci Guilty Cologne. Not this opening. This opening is so unique, and I totally understand why this can turn people off, because it is a little bit of a challenging open. This is the most challenging fragrance of these 3, far and wide. But it's also one that if you give it a little bit of time to develop, and it's one thing to smell it directly off the skin like I am. It's quite harsh in many ways because it's just there's a pungence to it for being so bright and fresh and just a little strange. Like, I've heard people say urinal cake. I've heard all that. I get where people are coming from with it. It's a lot to get through the opening with this one, but if you can let it settle and develop, this one really opens up and is quite the unique fresh fragrance for the warmer weather. Very unisex, nothing super masculine here. Also not super feminine. Really rides the line of anybody can wear it as long as you enjoy the challenge, because it is a little bit of a challenge. This is one of the Gucci fragrances that's a little bit of a challenge. It's so strange. It's odd. It's a little off-putting in a weird way. but it makes me want to go back. You guys have heard, some of you have heard me say it anyways, you never know who's a new viewer, but sometimes these oddball fragrances are quite attractive for me, because I have so many fragrances that walk the mass appealing, crowd-pleasing route and smell like one another with little twists and tweaks, that when you come across something that's just strange and doesn't smell like anything else you have, because we're talking 1,000 fragrances here in this room, I can appreciate stuff like this, the creativity and the out-of-the-box thinking and the risk-taking of a scent profile like this, because this is not a highly rated fragrance anywhere on the internet. It doesn't get a lot of praise or anything. If anything, it's got more bad reviews than good, but it's one that you have to experience, I feel, and not just in the first minute, because you can be turned off real quick in this opening spray. It's just a weird-ass fragrance. I don't remember the note breakdown. Let's pull it up. So, bright, mentholated, spicy, earthy, powdery, all of those things. Let's pull up Gucci Guilty Cologne.
A few minutes later.
Here we go, 2019 Gucci Guilty Cologne pour Homme. Actually, 0.1 lower rating with more ratings than Gucci Guilty. Oh, kind of surprised. Fresh, woody, green, synthetic, and spicy. All of that is accurate. Bergamot, juniper berry, and rosemary. There's the spice. Heart notes heliotrope, Spanish cypress, and violet. Base notes white musk, cedar, and patchouli. So that mintiness I'm getting, I would have to attribute kind of, I don't know, I guess that's cypress, because cypress can come across a little minty and green, but it's definitely bright and just so strange. Super aromatic. I wonder what my wife's going to say about this one, because she's never smelled this before. I'm definitely going to have her smell all 3 of these after I finish recording this video. You're going to see this one show up randomly over the next week or 2 in the weekly rotation. I'm going to spend a little time with this one. This might be the first one I do a review on in this video. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm actually quite happy to have this one. There's a few oddball fragrances that I actually enjoy and respect in many ways that a lot of people don't like. This being one of them. Try before you buy. 110% nothing safe about this as a blind buy. But I like it. Let's rate these fragrances. So, Mercedes-Benz VIP Club Infinite Spicy. This is so masterfully composed. Like I said, bravo Olivier Cresp. Fantastic. So smoky. There's nothing smoky about the notes, but smoky, earthy, very spicy, aromatic. A light sweetness in the back. It's not too dry. It's not as dry as a Journeyman, but it definitely reminds me of Journeyman. This is a great fragrance. This is a great fragrance at 8 out of 10. I can't imagine anybody that enjoys a spicy fragrance not absolutely loving this one, at least liking it a lot. You know, I don't see anybody being too lukewarm on this one if you're a fan of spicy. It's very well composed. The quality is actually pretty good here for being a Mercedes fragrance, which I would consider mid-level designer when it comes to the car company fragrances, but I feel like the raw materials used here are a little bit higher quality than their standard stuff. Well composed, smells great, regardless of how it performs. 8 out of 10. Now, in regards to Gucci Guilty Eau pour Homme, this was not necessarily a pleasant surprise, but it's even better than I hoped for. There's so much iris and orange blossom here. It's nice and powdery and soft. It's so chill. This is such a chill fragrance. I think this one's great as well. This is a great fragrance too. I mean, we got back-to-back 8 out of 10s here, people. These are both great fragrances. This is going to be a guilty pleasure. No pun intended, because I know guilty's in the name. This is a guilty pleasure type of fragrance. For just a laid-back, casual day, casual Friday in the office. I mean, daily wear if you like the scent profile. But it's soft without being weak. There's almost a light elegance to the way the scent profile comes across because of the florals. But it's not a very serious scent profile or a very juvenile and playful scent either. So it doesn't lean either way. Again, leans more feminine than masculine because of the dominance of florals here, white floral and iris. Earthy floral tone. That orange blossom shines here. At first, because of the soapiness, I thought it might have been neroli, but no. But it's definitely an 8 out of 10. Now, Gucci Guilty Cologne. This isn't going to be as highly rated as the other two, because This is more of a just wanted to get it bucket list kind of thing. I'm not going to wear it all the time, which, I mean, I have so many fragrances, nothing gets worn all the time. Nothing. But this is such a strange one. When I want something that's more of a conversation piece, when I know I'm going to be around people and I want something that's going to spark conversation, because it's just so strange and so different. And believe it or not, there's potential for people to not like how it smells on me. Because once in a while, it's nice to step out with a little bit of a challenge, just to roll the dice with seeing what kind of feedback you'll get, if any, because there's no guarantees you'll get feedback either. But I do think it's better than good. It's not a great fragrance. It's not even a very good fragrance. It's better than good, because there is a challenge here. I think it's a 6.5 out of 10. Not a bad rating in any way, shape, or form. Above average, you know. Good is 5 and 5.5. Better than good, 6 and 6.5, which this falls into, because I appreciate this fragrance. This is one I can appreciate when I want to smell a little bit unique and have a bit of a challenge. This is one of the few I think I'll be reaching for in the warmer weather. Well, that was my first impressions and revisit of Gucci Guilty Cologne. But first impressions on the first two, Gucci Guilty Eau pour Homme and Mercedes-Benz VIP Club Infinite Spicy. Both of those are absolutely fantastic. And until next time, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. So I do appreciate all the feedback. And I love hearing from you guys. What of these three have you tried, and what do you think about them? Did any of this information and my thoughts kind of spark your interest to either steer towards getting your nose on some of these or steer away from them? I'd be curious to know if this was helpful in any way also. Definitely check out perfumeonline.ca if you're interested in grabbing any of these. I'll have links down below. And until next time, we'll say if you get your hands on any of these and give them a spray now, there's a chance that you'll thank me later. Have a good one, guys.